Hello everybody and welcome to this video. Welcome back if you are returning. Thank you so much for being here. I wanted to share this video about this amazing, beautiful place that I found out about in Venezuela. It's absolutely, it's magnificent, and I thought I'd do a quick video on it so you guys could take a look at it and form your own opinions. I would love to see what everybody's thinking, so don't forget to drop your comments in the comments box and let's see what everybody's ideas are. I do believe there's some truth in the native stories, um, just because of my own beliefs, anyway. But obviously, I don't want to impose that on anyone. So please feel free to share your own beliefs on this in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there and share the video. I'll check back in afterwards. Thank you very much. Deep within the rainforests of Venezuela, a series of plateaus that sit more than 9,000 feet above sea level and rise up to 13,010 feet from the surrounding terrain. Like tabletops from above, they look like islands in the sky. These are the Tapui, a Pimon Indian word for mountain, and the most famous of which is called Mount Roraima. The Tepui are so unique in their geography that thousands of plant species exist nowhere else on the planet except on these plateaus. The mystical mountains fascinated explorers and writers for centuries, most notably Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who described an ascent of Mount Roraima in his 1912 novel The Lost World. In Doyle's novel, a group of explorers found that dinosaurs and other extinct creatures were still alive and well on the remote plateaus. Some people today still believe that this to be a real possibility, once impenetrable to all but depend on indigenous people. Mount Roraima really was a lost world. The mountain plateaus was already established when South America was linked with Africa to form the supercontinent Gondwana, meaning they were first formed perhaps 400 to 250 million years ago. During this time, molten rock forced its way up through cracks in the sandstone landmass. At the same time, wind and water swept across Gondwana to erode the raised highlands into mountain ranges. The region would come to look much like it does now around 20 million years ago. Because the Tapui have been isolated for so long atop their high, lonely plateaus, the flora and fauna of the Tapui provide an organic illustration of the process of evolution. It's guessed that at least half of the estimated 10,000 plant species here are unique to Tapui and surrounding lowlands. New species are still being discovered, although all of the Tapui we have climbed, only a few have been extensively explored. Could this mean that supposedly extinct species, even dinosaurs, may still exist atop these remote plateaus? The Roraima plateaus are so remote and so unique that it's not so difficult to imagine Sir Arthur Conan Doyle creating a world alive with prehistoric plants and dinosaurs in his novel The Lost World. Doyle was fascinated with the accounts of British botanist Everard Imethurne, who climbed to the top of Mount Roraima in December 1884. Ascending Mount Roraima in 1989 for the National Geographic Society German explorer U.L. George said, "None of us who followed Imethurne to Roraima have found primordial creatures or their fossil remains here, but the terrain is so difficult that only a fraction of the Tapui, 44 square miles, has so far been explored." Since his writing, more of Mount Roraima has been investigated, and unsurprisingly, no traces of dinosaurs has been found. Prior to the arrival of Europeans, the natives of Venezuela viewed the tapui as having special mythical significance. According to the Paiman Indians, Mount Roraima is the stump of a mighty tree that once held all the fruits and tuberous vegetables in the world. However, it was felled by one of their ancestors. The tree crashed to the ground, unleashing a terrible flood. They believed that if a person ascended to the top of the tapui, he or she would not come back alive. Climbing the tapui is exceedingly difficult and is made all the more so by the frequent rains that make the rocky footpath slippery and muddy. The first European explorer to write about the tapui was Sir Walter Raleigh in 1595. He wrote of a crystal mountain covered with diamonds and waterfalls. There falleth ora a might river, which touches no part of the side of the mountain, but falleth to the ground with a terrible noise and clamour, as if 1,000 great bells were knocked once against each other. But what it hath, I know, nor near durst he of any man ascend to the top of the said mountain, those people adjoining being his enemies as they were, and the way to it is so impassable. Raleigh quoted in George in 1989. There's a good chance that Sir Raleigh was describing Angel Falls, so named for the mid-20th century American Jimmy Angel, who was the first person to fly over there. Angel Falls was recently featured in Disney's Up, where the falls are referred to as Paradise Falls. While today's travellers may not stumble upon dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures, they will be able to see black frogs and tarantulas that exist nowhere else on the planet. It's believed that there are many other species unique to Roraima that are yet to be discovered. So there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it blew your mind just as much as it blew mine. Don't forget to leave your opinions in the comments box. Please feel free to share this video. Thank you for being here. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of light. Take care.